Hi everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome back for another Scrap 5 challenge. This is January 2021. On the screen you can see the 5 items that we're all going to be using today on our layouts, and I'll be sure to have everyone's links in the description box so you can go on over to their channels and check out their layout using these 5 items today. So here I'm going to be documenting that photo there of myself, my kids, and my grandson, and that was taken. We were out for dinner for my birthday, and this was taken back in, I think it was 2018. I am showing you guys right now the items I pulled out for the Scrap 5 challenge, which would be the Kraft Cardstock. I also grabbed the vellum here that is from Pinkfresh Studios, a pretty old one, but I've had it forever and it seemed to go pretty good with the colors in my photo and also with that Kraft Cardstock. So I'm going to try to use that here today. And I also pulled out some pattern papers. Now, one of the items on the list would be to fussy cut something. My intentions was maybe to fussy cut some of those words out to use on my layout. And I am also gonna go ahead and grab some of these papers. Actually, that's the entire paper pack right there from Cocoa Vanilla Marian Bride collection. And most of these items are actually from my stash kit that I created at the beginning of January. And if you have not already seen that video, check out my channel. It is listed on my channel where you can see what I'm starting off with in my DIY stash kit. There I'm also showing you guys my doilies. I grabbed some gold ones, some white ones from Bo Bunny, and one of the items would be to use 2 or more different fonts on your title, and I have 3 different alphas there to use on my title, as well as the word together, which is another font as well. Now, I intended to fussy cut those words out from that pattern paper you see there, but then I remembered I had these embellishments, these cameras, and these are from Nicole Jones 911 channel, and she offers these digital prints on her website for purchase, and I have some of these cameras and I decided to go ahead and fussy cut some of these out. Now, I am also doing the Tracy Reed Scrap Harder Challenge, and one of her challenges to use something digital. So this definitely counts towards that challenge as well. So now I'm going to go ahead, begin working on my background and using this really busy vellum you see here. So my idea here was to go ahead and remove the center part of the vellum sheet. I am also going to remove about a ½ inch off each side, and that will leave me with a border using that craft colored cardstock, and that cardstock is from American Crafts. Now I will go ahead and link all of the items I used today down in my description box. Now I'm going to go ahead and add the vellum piece to the cardstock. You can see I slanted it just a tiny bit there. I'm also holding it down with some low tack tape just to be able to adhere it in place without it shifting too much. And now I removed a tiny bit from the part that I gutted, and I'm going to replace that in the center of the layout there. So it seems as though I have 2 borders right now of that craft cardstock around both of those vellum pieces. So now I'm going to add some layers behind my photo. I did leave a very thin white border around the photo. And first up, I'm adding some wood grain pattern paper. Then I'm going to add that really pretty floral pattern paper with the green pattern paper behind that floral. I'll go ahead and adhere that down to the lower right corner of this layout, and I do want to make sure my photo is straight. Now I'm going to pull in some more of that beautiful floral paper and the green pattern paper to the top left corner of my layout where I'll begin that cluster. So next up, I'll pull in another item from the list, which would be my doilies, and I decided to go ahead and use both the ones that I pulled in, which would be the gold and also the white. And you can see I'm laying the white doily right now on top of the vellum piece. Later on, I do go in and pull that below the vellum because I find it's a bit too bold eventually. So I'm gonna go ahead, add that to the top left corner. You can see I also tucked in a piece of the white and the gold doilies to the bottom of my photo as well. Now I'm going to work on my title, and I'm supposed to use 2 or more different fonts. I did use 3 fonts. I am using 1 font for the word let's, and celebrate would be that craft colored alphas. I spelled out the word celebrate, and I'm using the acrylic piece that says together. So that's 3 different fonts all together. Right now I am adhering those cameras that I cut out, that I fussy cut out. And now I fussy cut this acetate piece, this heart, and I'm gonna go ahead and adhere that down on the lower right cluster. Now I do pull in this heart here. It was actually a circle. It says love this, and I could not punch it out using that heart punch, so I fussy cut it out. It gave a little imprint on the acetate piece, so I was able to fussy cut it out and add it directly on my photo and rearrange my cameras as well. I am pulling in a 3rd acetate piece to the top left corner just to tie it all together, and that one says Simple Joys. And all of these pieces I'm adhering using my liquid adhesive. So right now I am adding in just a few puffy stickers. I actually just used 2 puffy stickers from this sheet. This is from Pinkfresh Studios. It is part of my DIY stash kit as well. And I'll add one above my photo that says this is what it's all about, and one below my photo that says let's have fun. So right now I'm adding some dots onto the word celebrate because it looks a little plain. And if you notice the word let's, there are gold dots on that one, on those alphas. So I'm adding in some dots on those craft alphabets as well. And I pulled in some dream drops here. This is a minty green that I added to my stash kit, and it went really well with the green on that vellum. So I'm gonna add that in next to my clusters. So this is where I decided to pull it all apart, tuck my doily in under the vellum piece, and replace all of my alphas. And here I have a close-up look at the completed layout, which came together really quickly. I love how this turned out. Using that craft color as my base, it was definitely different for me. I usually use either the white or pattern paper, so this was definitely different, and I love how it turned out. That's one of the reasons I really love doing these Scrap 5 challenges. You get to use things and do things that you don't normally do on your projects. So I hope you guys enjoyed the project today, the layout today, and if you did, be sure to give me a thumbs up before you leave. Check out the other videos in my description box, and be sure to come back again for another video really soon. Thanks for watching today. Until next time, bye.